What's up guys, I'm Chris and today you're watching a combined review on the TCC Magic Wallet universe. The TCC Magic Wallet universe project, we're going to call it a project for this video. It is a 4-wallet release. The project includes a card to wallet, a Peak wallet, a Switch wallet, and a combo wallet. The combo wallet kind of incorporates everything. So in the combo you have a card to wallet, you have the Peak, and you have the Switch. So I'm going to go over all the questions I can that will relate to everything as a whole, and then after that I will kind of break things down for each wallet, give you guys some up close visuals, whatever. But anyway, so what do you get? That will be dependent on what you order. So if you order all of them, then you will get all of them. Basically, you have the option of buying all 4 or buying them individually. So if you just want one version, then you can just buy one version. If you just want the combo because it incorporates all of them, then you can just get the combo, or you can get all 4. So in the beginning, when these were first released, they were heavily discounted. Now they are up to full retail price, I believe, the last time I looked. So the price on these, if you get all 4, it'll cost you around $100. If you get the combo, I believe this one is $40, and the other 3 are $20 each. The packaging, they're going to come in one of these little kind of cardboard envelopes. So each one, well, I'm holding it upside down. Each one will say what it is on it, but that's basically the packaging. And then inside you have your link to the tutorial. Now the tutorial on these, they're very brief and to the point. They are done in English subtitles. And basically they just kind of go over the features of the wallet and how to use those features. There's no routines included. For me, that's not a big deal because a lot of the time with wallets, I already have a routine in mind, or, I buy the wallet knowing what it's going to do and either have a routine for it or come up with one. So just for example, like with the card to wallet, I don't feel like a routine being included is necessary, right? Really with any of these. So that's not a big deal for me. If routines are included with wallets, it's usually because that wallet has something unique or specific to it. But not to say, if it doesn't hurt when routines are included, that's always a bonus. It doesn't bother me that it's not. So the quality on these, when I watched the trailer in the beginning, it showed them pulling a piece of fabric and cutting it. And the fabric looked really, really thin. And I thought, and the wallets were really cheap, and they still are cheap for everything that you get. So I was a little bit worried about that because I thought that they would be very, I don't think fragile is the right word, but for lack of a better term, fragile. They might tear. The fabric looked cheap in the video, I thought. But when I got these wallets and felt them, super soft, everything stitched really well. And personally, I think the quality on these all is great. You'll kind of get a better view of each wallet when I go into the individual wallets, and I give you guys an up close. But yeah, as far as quality goes, I think everything is extremely well made for, I don't want to compare everything I say to how cheap they are because but really, very affordable, and for the price you're paying, I think that the quality on these is amazing. Difficulty level with each wallet, without really going too much into specifics because I'll kind of cover that later, but the thing that I like about these is that with each specific wallet, the difficulty on everything for what they're supposed to do is all very, very easy. Everything loads really easy. Or if you're doing the switch, it's just a very simple move with some misdirection. So difficulty level overall, everything works as it's supposed to in the easiest way possible, if that makes any sense. Who are these for? Who would use this? These are kind of for everyone, because if you're a mentalist or you're a card magician, you have different options, or if you get the combo, you can combine both card magic and mentalism, right? There's lots of different loading features, there are switches, there are peaks, there are card to wallets, it's right. The combo wallet comes with envelopes, so you can do a signed card to wallet in envelope. But aside from that, I think that these are directed towards everybody, and they're very, very affordable. So if you're looking to get a wallet but you don't already have one, or you have a wallet that you like but you want to try another one, or maybe one that does something different, I think that this is a really good option. So if you don't already perform a certain thing but one of these wallets allows you to do that, you can get that to see if that routine that you have in mind is going to be something you want to keep. And then if you want to buy a different wallet down the road that's specific to that certain feature, then at least you know that it works for you. The Switch wallet. So the Switch wallet looks the same on both sides. Okay, I'll kind of show you everything about it here, but like I said, the same on both sides. So you have 3 working pockets in the front and 3 working pockets in the back. You also have another pocket for some extra storage if you want to put bills in there or other tricks. With the Switch, the only thing I don't like, because this does mimic the Orphic Switch, right? But the only thing that I don't like about this is the easy access hole right here. Because with that, if you want to flash the back of the wallet, with the Orphic you can do this because you're covering all the dirty area, but with this, they see a card there. So you can't really do that. Can it be examined in Pocket Space? Pocket Space, it's really thin, but can it be examined? No. If you're using it as a switch, they're gonna find the method if you give it to them. One of the other neat things with this one, I don't exactly know what you'd use it for, but if you want to load something in here, or it could also work kind of as a card to wallet. If you put the card in this top pocket, right, so now it's gone, you can reach in the side and retrieve that. So just an additional piece to the Switch wallet that I didn't know was going to be included in this one. So an up close for review purposes, that's the front, the back, and inside. And then we have the Peak wallet, which has 3 working pockets, your ID window, a storage pocket, and then another pocket here. These 2 pockets, the storage pocket and the ID pocket, they both have a ID window. Now this very much resembles the Shadow wallet, both in look and peak function. It works the same. If you are familiar with the Shadow wallet, you can use it the same. The ID window is very large, so originally I didn't love that, and I still don't. I would prefer if it was the size of a business card, but the IDs in China are longer and larger, so I think that is why they took this route. Now I have found a way around it, because if you just place one business card in, when you put in your peak information, if it is not perfectly lined up with the business card, you're going to have gaps on the side where you will see what's going on, right? So, or where your participant can see what's going on. So the workaround for me was just to place a number of cards spread out in here, so now you can see that there's no, like, you can't see behind it, and all you have to do is put your peak information in front of all those cards, and then when you take a card out for yourself and put the other one back in, if you're familiar with the Shadow wallet, that'll make sense, then you can set this down and they aren't going to see what's going on behind, but you'll have gotten your full peak. So all I've done, it's not a big deal, I just spread out cards in the back. That eliminated the issue that I had first noticed. Can this be examined? For me, I'm going to use this the same way I use the Shadow wallet, so it's going to end up in their hands. So it kind of can be examined in a sense. They're getting to hold it if you choose to do it that way. They can see both sides and they're not going to see anything. And because everyone may not be familiar with the Shadow Wallet, this is an external peek. Okay, and you can also place and take out cards from the ID window here. And then, like I had mentioned, you also can put your peek information in here or in here. So you have two different compartments wherever you want to place your information that you need to peek. You have the option there. Next, we have the card to wallet, which features a no palm card to wallet. So on the front, you have 3 working pockets. In the middle is a storage compartment, and then you have your loading chamber. So, as many of you already know how to do a no palm card to wallet, I'll just do that under here because I'm not going to completely expose things. So you'd load your card, and then you would show that you have 1 card inside, which would be their side card. So very simple, really straightforward. That's basically all I have to say on the card to wallet. I guess as far as can this be examined, I guess is the only question I think that really pertains to these specific wallets is no, I wouldn't hand this out for examination. If they look at the back, they will know how it works. Just a quick bonus, this isn't part of the Wallet Universe collection, but TCC updated their packet wallets. So, you know, the packet wallets that they've put out have always been my go-to. It's not real leather. The other ones looked a lot shinier. With this one, they just changed the look of it. So, and the only reason I'm including this in this review is because I'm obviously not going to do a standalone review on this, and I've already done a TCC accessories video, so it just looks like that. These are really cheap, they're durable, and they look good. And finally, we have the combo wallet, which is a combination of all of the wallets. So the combo wallet is a card to wallet, a peek wallet, and a switch wallet. Okay, so let's get a close-up of the wallet. First, you have the front, and I'm going to show the back here quickly because my ID is still in here. I haven't marked any of the information off, but you got the front of the wallet, and you have the back of the wallet, which is the ID window. I'm going to take my ID out now. Oops. There we go. Okay, so the front of the wallet here, this is where you have your card to wallet load. And the nice thing about that is because there's a little step, you don't necessarily need a slide because you will feel when the card comes off that step. For example, you know, when you feel that, you know to push the card in. Okay, and it goes in very easy. So you would load the card and then open up the wallet, and the card comes out from inside the wallet. I don't feel like that's exposure. We all know how card to wallet works. And I don't think lay people are going to be searching TCC Magic Wallet Universe. Anyway, hopefully nobody's upset by that. So anyway, you have the front of the wallet, the back, the ID window, like the peek wallet, is very, very large. Inside the wallet, I've just folded some cash there just to show that you can hold cash in this if you want. But if you're using this as a switch as well, you're not going to want that, right? You're going to want these sides each to mimic one another. But as you can see, if you want to use this, not necessarily as a switch wallet, but if you want to do a switch with it, you can turn it inside out and it will stay like that. So, you know, anybody who has the Orphic, for example, this works the same. So it works in that way. So you've seen the card to wallet, the switch, and then also the peek works the same as the shadow wallet. Now, I guess just to show everything, you have a number of slots here and here for cards. And then I've put some business cards in this pocket. This pocket will be your card to wallet. And then you have another, well, you You have working pockets here, but because of the ID window, like there's a number of windows in here. Let's see. Those are different layers. So you can't really store anything on this side if you're using the peek function, because you will see whatever you're storing in there behind whatever you have in front if it doesn't take up the whole window. Overall quality of this is really good. It combines all three wallets. If you're going to pick up one, I would definitely recommend picking this one up because it does just as good a job as the individual ones, and I actually like the card to wallet better on this than the actual card to wallet. Now, I have had a number of people who said that the cards were getting stuck as they were going in because of the glue on the sides of the inner pockets. With that, though, they were using playing cards, I believe. So playing cards will fit in these pockets. It's just going to take a little bit extra push to get them in. And if you kind of fill the wallet to where it's stretched a bit and then take everything out, then the cards will slide in and out, no problem. However, for me, it's not an issue because I'm not going to store playing cards in these pockets, but cards, regular cards, they go in and out, no problem. Right, so for me, this wallet, everything on it functions really good. It's really well made, and I like all the features on it. I just don't like the giant ID window, but what can you do? Can it be inspected in pocket space? I wouldn't hand this out for examination just because the methods on the card to wallet and the peek would be extremely obvious if people got their hands on this and kind of looked around. The card to wallet, I mean, it's not overly exposed, but the peek for sure is. If they looked in any of these pockets, they would see the transparency to the outside. So I wouldn't hand this out for examination. And as far as pocket space goes, like I don't have this completely filled, but with the bills and all the pockets being used, it's still pretty darn streamlined. A friend of mine, Danny Marco, he sent me a video before I got mine, and he had his wallet completely packed full with cards, packet, or I don't know about packet tricks, but he had magic, other effects in there, and filled to the point where, you know, like that's as much as you're ever going to fill it, really. And he took everything out of his Into wallet and put it into his Combo wallet, and the Combo wallet was actually still thinner than the Into, even being a bifold. So the pocket space on this, I'd say, is really good, especially for a bifold wallet. Pros and cons, positives and negatives. Kind of overall pros, I think that the quality on these is very good. I actually really like the material that they used for these, even though it's not a real leather. Obviously, to keep things affordable, they didn't use real leather, but the fabric that they did use, or the material they did use, I actually really like. It's soft, it feels good, and it feels strong. Like that's one thing that surprised me. I wasn't expecting to feel strength in these, but there is. So overall, pros, well made. You know what, I only have one negative for everything, really, because as far as functionality goes and all of that, they work as they're supposed to. They do a good job with everything they're supposed to do. So really, out of the entire project, I think the only negative for me specifically is just the ID windows being very, very large. In China, the IDs are longer, so it's likely that they made the ID window like that to fit those IDs. So, that's fair. That's completely fair. And like I said, I found a way around it to where it looks like you just put a bunch of cards in there and you can't tell what's going behind it. As long as your front card is covering what's written on another card, then even if you set this down, they're not going to think anything, because you can load, like if you're using this like the Shadow wallet, you would take your cards out of the front, so they would just think there's a bunch of cards in there. So even though I don't love the size of the ID window being so large, it doesn't affect the performance. With that, I think I covered all the questions that I usually do, and I tried to just go a little bit into detail on what each wallet does. If you have any questions, just feel free to leave a comment and I can try and find the answers for you if I don't have them already. I'll leave links in the description below, and with that, we'll see you at the next review.